Hello everyone and welcome to LiCAS.news Weekly Wrap. I am Marielle Lucenio and these are our headlines this week. The Vatican announced that priests can celebrate up to 4 masses on Christmas and New Year. Pope Francis called for the diversion of funds for military use to fight COVID-19. Police in 60 countries used pandemic as an excuse to commit abuses, said Amnesty International. Christians in North Korean prisons suffer worse treatment, said a report. Cardinal Zen warned against rise of political intimidation in Hong Kong. A Filipino scientist priest is working on an affordable COVID-19 vaccine. The Jesuits has a new regional superior in Thailand. Meanwhile, Rome's homeless sent sunflowers to Pope Francis on his 84th birthday. And now to our stories. The Vatican has issued a decree this week allowing priests to celebrate up to 4 masses on Christmas Day, on New Year's Day, and on January 6, Feast of the Epiphany. The Congregation of Divine Worship and the Discipline of the Sacraments said the decree aims to allow 4 more masses to encourage the participation of the faithful in view of the situation brought about by the worldwide spread of the pandemic. The Code of Canon Law states that if there's a shortage of priests, the bishop can allow priests to celebrate twice a day for a just cause, or if pastoral necessity requires it, even 3 times on Sundays and holy days of obligation. Normally, a Catholic priest may celebrate Mass no more than 3 times on a single day. Pope Francis urged world leaders on December 17 to divert funds used for armaments to confront problems such as the COVID-19 pandemic and ensure vaccines reach the poor and the most vulnerable nations. In his message for the Catholic Church's World Day of Peace, which is celebrated on January 1, Pope Francis also repeated a call for the establishment of a global fund with money slated for weapons to be used instead to help eradicate poverty. The annual message this year, entitled "A Culture of Care as a Path to Peace," is traditionally sent to heads of state, government, international organizations, and other religions. The Pope said resources spent on weaponry, especially nuclear weapons, can be used for more significant priorities such as ensuring the safety of individuals, the promotion of peace and integral human development, the fight against poverty, and the provision of health care. Amnesty International this week said that abusive policing and excessive reliance on law enforcement to implement COVID-19 measures have violated human rights and in some instances made the health crisis worse. In a new briefing, COVID-19 crackdowns, police abuse and the global pandemic, the human rights group documented cases in 60 countries where law enforcement agencies committed human rights abuses in the name of tackling the virus. This includes cases where people were killed or severely injured for allegedly breaching restrictions or for protesting against detention conditions. Amnesty International said that while some limitations on human rights can be justified during a pandemic to protect public health or other pressing social needs, many governments have gone far beyond reasonable and justified restrictions. Christians held in North Korean prisons suffer most while in detention, according to a former inmate who witnessed what he described as the harsh treatment of prisoners. He said prison guards are especially harsh on Christians who are tortured and beaten up. The witness said that she and other inmates endured hunger, unsanitary conditions, exhaustion, severe beatings, and extrajudicial killings. She said that the prison guards tortured the Christian prisoners by not letting them sit down or sleep 24 hours a day for 40 days. Hong Kong's Cardinal Zen has warned of a growing political intimidation of journalists in the Chinese city following the jailing of media mogul Jimmy Lai last week. Lai, an ardent critic of the Chinese Communist Party, has been charged under the city's controversial national security law on suspicion of colluding with foreign forces. Cardinal Zen said the arrest of Lai, a Catholic, is obviously a case of political intimidation, adding that the democracy activist arrest was a warning to others. The Cardinal said that there seems to be a clear policy direction to suppress the freedom of expression. The Cardinal called the decision to deny Lai bail ridiculous. Father Nicanor Austriaco, a Filipino Dominican priest, is currently working on a possible COVID-19 vaccine that will be affordable and accessible to poor people, especially in less developed countries like the Philippines. The priest said that he thought about making the vaccine when he realized that many of the available vaccine has been promised to resource-rich countries. He admitted that it was a crazy idea, but also said that what he is working on has to be tested in the small chance that it will work. The project is in its early stages of development and is not as expensive as the ones being developed by large pharmaceutical companies. The priest, who is a molecular biologist, said that because his vaccine is yeast-based, it will not need refrigeration and it will be taken orally. Spanish Jesuit priest Miguel Garayzabal Fontenla has been named new superior of the Jesuit region in Thailand. Father Arturo Sosa, Superior General of the Society of Jesus, appointed Father Garayzabal Regional Superior starting January 1, 2021, the Jesuit Conference of Asia Pacific reported on December 14. Father Garayzabal will succeed Father Agustino Sugio Pitoyo, S.J., who was Regional Superior since 2012. Born on July 10, 1942 in La Coruña, Spain, Father Garayzabal entered the Society of Jesus in 1959. In 1966, he came to Thailand, a nation that currently has nearly 400,000 Catholics. In his 61 years as a Jesuit, Father Garayzabal has held various roles in the society, including a regional superior of Thailand from 1984 to 1990. Rome's homeless sent sunflowers to Pope Francis for his 84th birthday on Thursday, and the pontiff marked the day by sending 4 ventilators to hospital in Venezuela. Vatican spokesman Matteo Bruni said that flowers would be used to adorn the altar in Pope Francis's residence, and the ventilators sent to Venezuela would be used primarily to help children with lung diseases. He said the Pope was marking the birthday in a simple way. Pope Francis, who was born of Italian immigrant stock in Buenos Aires on December 17, 1936. Since he became Pope in 2013, he has set up a clinic and bathing facilities for homeless in the Vatican area. Among those who have sent their best wishes to the Pope on his birthday was Italian President Sergio Mattarella, who wrote the Pope a letter of greeting and goodwill. The Italian politician also thanked the pontiff for the participation and solidarity he has shown the Italian people in this year of uncertainty and fear. That's all for this week. I am Marielle Lucenio for LiCAS.news, your independent Catholic news source in Asia. And for more stories, visit our website and subscribe to our YouTube channel.